As business owners, we're here to make money. And no matter how good we are, and no matter how good our sales team is, we simply just don't close every single sales call we take. Now, it's not because we don't know our product or service, but because we're so busy listening to our prospect and seeing how we can help them that our brain misses some important hidden patterns. But you know who's really good at picking up those patterns? AI. The tool we're going to use today is NotebookLM from Google, and it's free. But wait, why are we not using Claude or ChatGPT for this? Well, because when you feed your sales calls into like a ChatGPT and ask it to analyze them, it doesn't just look at your calls. It mixes what you said with everything the internet has ever said about sales. So you get generic advice like build rapport or overcome objections and stuff that you already know. Not really useful. NotebookLM only looks at what you upload and nothing else. So you don't have to worry about hallucinations where AI finds some rando blog post from 2015. It only analyzes your conversations and tells you what your prospects are actually saying. Well, what they're saying hiddenly as well. So NotebookLM is a tool. What you need to do is go and grab 5 to 10 of your recent sales calls from like Zoom recording or Loom videos or whatever platform you happen to be using. You get the best results when you get both calls that were successful and calls that were not so successful. So you've got a nice mix of both. So go and grab them and let's go on. Right, head over to notebooklm.google.com. Then on the right side, click on Create New, and then simply drag and drop your sales calls right over here. Whilst it's doing that, I like to rename my notebook so I know exactly what it is. So I go to the top right and I give it a name like Sales Call Patterns or something exciting like that. If you give it a little moment, it will actually summarize everything that's going on in those calls. Okay, let's start with our first prompt. We want to analyze these sales calls. I like to say this, anonymize the information so I'm not influenced by previous knowledge. Because sometimes you see a sales call and you know, oh, it was John and John was having a bad day. Like, I don't want to know any of that stuff. So that's why I rename my files as call 1, call 2, call 3, and then I tell it to anonymize the information. Then look for common patterns that I can learn from so I can improve my sales calls. And you can see that it's going to use all 5 as sources. So now let's hit the go button and see what it does. Give it a little bit of moment and you get your results. So on my sales calls, it says, okay, look, we talk about long-term health and data ownership. We talk about that it's like a doctor-patient kind of model. And we go down and there's things like it's discovered what my openings are, what my discovery process is. And it gives me a little bit of information, strategy observed. This is the kind of way I do it. And those little numbers, those are the sources where it got the information from. So obviously yours is going to be different, but the idea here is that it extracts so much information and well worth studying the results that it gives you. Okay, let's move on to our next one. What questions do prospects ask that I am not addressing proactively? And what are they confused about before I explain it? So I'm trying to extract information about my prospects and how can I improve the way that I deliver my information. So that's a pretty powerful question to ask, and then you get a pretty decent response. It kind of goes through it and figures out what are prospects confused about, right? How can I better help them understand the system? And I want to bring that into my sales pattern so that when I talk to them, I can immediately address those pain points before they even have a chance to bring it up. And that's important because we don't want to lose anybody along the way. So if you carry on scrolling down, you'll see at the bottom an option called Save to Note. Now, if you click that button, on the right-hand side, you see it says Generating Notes, and then it puts that note in there. Now, what that means is it's taken all the results that it just showed you and saved it. You want to do that because you have an option to convert to a source. And then it basically takes it to the left-hand side and it adds it as part of the sources that you can then ask questions against. So any future prompt will also include this note as a source document, not just your sales calls. Now you can rename it or you can remove it. I'm going to remove it for right now because I only want to focus on my sales calls for the rest of these prompts. But we're definitely going to use it later, so stick with me here. Okay, now that that's gone, let's move on to the next prompt. And this time we're going to say, keeping information anonymized so I'm not influenced. What phrases do they use to describe their problem? Give me their exact words. Because when you use their exact phrases, when you talk in their language, it instantly makes a connection between you and them and shows them that you really understand them. You really want to solve their problem. So do that. At the bottom, scroll down and then click on Save to Note once you have yours, and it will add it to the right-hand side along with the other note that we've already saved. And now you've got 2 notes there. By the way, you can click on a note and then you can change the heading so that it actually makes more sense to you rather than using whatever NotebookLM thinks that note should be called. Right, the last prompt. What objections do I handle well versus poorly? Where do I lose people? Really powerful again. And you get your results. It actually breaks it down into objections that you handle well, and you can learn from them. And then objections that you handle poorly. Okay, definitely learning points. And then click on Save to Note again. Right, now we have some analysis. We have a bunch of patterns exposed and a bunch of notes that we can learn from, but it doesn't end there. The hard work's been done. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your notes and you're going to click on one and you're going to click on Convert All Notes to Sources. And then it brings it on the left-hand side. What you want to do is untick everything and then retick only the notes. So anything going forward is only going to be about that one source, which is accumulation of all the notes. On the right-hand side, click on the little pencil next to Slide Deck. Now here you got 2 choices. You've got a detailed deck, which has got so much information, all the details, perfect for emailing or reading on your own. Or you got a presenter slide deck, which is basically a shortened version of that. So we're going to select presenter slide deck. Then you can choose your language. And you can select you wanted a short version or the default version of this. And you can even describe what you want to have in your slide deck. I just left mine as blank, and let's see what it generates. And this does take some time, so I'm going to speed it up so you can see the final results. And there it is. It's called The Closing Mirror. Click on it. Let's see what my presentation looks like. Hidden patterns, kill zones, and winning reframes. Ooh. But what isn't magical that this whole thing was actually done by AI on my training, on the notes that I've made it look at. And now I have this presentation that I can use myself, or I can actually share with my team. And remember, I left the prompt blank when I described this presentation. I just let it do what it wanted to do. I can go back and I can refine this more and make it more towards what I need. Because what I actually want is a quick reference guide that I could have open whilst I am talking on the sales call. Well, for that, we have an option called infographic. Click on the little pencil. And then I can choose landscape, portrait, or square, and then the level of details. Well, I want mine to be concise because I want a quick reference guide. So I'm going to give a description for this infographic. Let me put something like decision tree guiding me through a sales call patterns, and click on generate. Again, this takes a little bit of time, so let me fast forward. There it is. It's done. Click on it, and it's just dynamically created a cool infographic, a little bit of a decision tree that I could go through as I'm having my calls. Let's be honest, we all know what we're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to get people to watch our sales calls and give us feedback on what we did well and what we really didn't do well and where we lost the audience, but we just don't do that. But now we can. So use these prompts, create your infographic and have it open in another window or print it out so you got like quick reference whilst you're on your next call. And of course, this is a one-time thing and you have to repeat this after every sales call if you really want to improve. The real power of AI isn't just getting answers when you ask for them. It's getting answers to questions you didn't even know to ask. So I have an AI automation process for a business. It runs in the background. It analyzes all their sales calls, all their client interaction, every piece of data that's coming in, and it surfaces insights automatically, then sends it to them. Some choose to get a report every morning, and other businesses choose to get a weekly PDF just in time for their staff meeting. Everyone who I've shown this NotebookLM prompts to has loved it and have discovered some hidden nuggets and ability to improve, and definitely found some red flags that they were doing that was costing them deals. Go and find yours and fix it. Now, if you want to see other AI automation systems in place that are actually running the business automatically, check this out right over here. Give the video a quick thumbs up before you head out, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's go.